coming to you from Kentucky.
Virginia.
London, England. I'm a registered voter in Arizona.
This is my first presidential election.
So it's a very exciting time. I just turned 21.
In 2016, it was hard being a bystander, but now I get to play a part in this election.
I might not be happy no matter the results. I recognize the importance of my vote.
I think voting this year is really important because
I'm taking voting very personally this year. It's something that everybody should be doing.
I'm voting for those who do not have the voices to vote.
I definitely...
I'm voting because I want my opinion to matter. I want my vote to matter.
Every election I've been a part of the process. I even volunteered to work the polling booth in the 2004 election.
You look at the different candidates and what they stand for, polar opposite things. So it's really important to vote for like what you want because the alternative is that... Okay, roll it back.
You're talking too much.
I'm sorry.
There should be a kind of quick and concise.
Okay.
I'm voting because I'm a trans woman.
I am a gay male.
Being a member of the Latinx, as well as the LGBTQ community.
As a gay Latino man.
My rights are on the line.
For women's health care, I believe in my right to choose.
Being in charge of my body.
I'm voting because I want this administration that doesn't think I exist out.
I'm very big on guns. I'm a gun owner.
Legalize medical marijuana.
Lower the military budget, which has grown by hundreds of billions of dollars over the last few years.
I am voting because Black Lives Matter, gender equality, healthcare, LGBTQ rights.
As somebody with a disability and a pre-existing condition, the Affordable Care Act protects mine and millions of other Americans' lives.
One of the most threatening issues to politics this year, climate change.
I'm sitting in a redwood grove. This summer, more than 4 million acres burned in California. I grew up in California. This isn't normal.
I'm voting because America's billionaires gained over $800 billion in the first 6 months of the pandemic.
I've been a CNA for over 2 years in long-term care. Because of coronavirus, my residents haven't been able to see their family in over 8 months.
I am an epidemiologist. The first case that I had that passed away, she was a nursing home resident and her family could not come to see her. And then to come home and watch the news and see misinformation coming from people at the highest levels of government is extremely concerning to me.
The reason I'm voting, I am truly afraid of the future of this great nation.
Voting is a great thing. Some political groups, individuals, propaganda might try to convince us not to show up. By not showing up, we allow them to succeed at keeping us quiet.
A lot of people feel like their vote doesn't matter.
Here in Alaska, we have very little electoral college members.
Wyoming has a measly 3 electoral votes. We don't have a huge impact, to say the least.
As I am walking around my neighborhood, campaign signs are not for the presidential election.
When it comes down to local things, we only have a couple hundred votes being cast. It really does make a huge difference.
2016 was the first year that I was eligible to vote in a presidential election, and I decided not to.
I didn't cast my vote in the 2016 election.
If you didn't vote, can you technically complain about it? No.
Boo-hoo, that's your fault, you didn't vote.
I was in college. The drive back to my hometown was just not really feasible, so I just didn't because I didn't know about absentee voting, much less early voting.
Those 4 years, I've realized that it's my civic duty to vote.
This year has felt so momentous in so many different ways.
There's a lot of things going on. Coronavirus and the fires and Black Lives Matter.
There's a lot of emotions going on this election with President Trump and the Democratic Party nominee Joe Biden.
It's not ideal candidates for either party, but I'm definitely not picking the one that roots for racism.
I think we should challenge ourselves to vote as though we were the ones facing the most amount of discrimination.
I am a woman of color, and I just want equal opportunities.
As a Black person in America, knowing the history of people fighting for their right to vote and people literally dying.
Our ancestors have died for the ability to give us that voice and right to vote. It's only right that we pay homage to those who came before us.
It makes no sense for me to give up my right and just say, oh, I'm not gonna vote because I'm not happy. I'm not wearing a mask right now because I wanted y'all to hear me. I got a light voice. Please don't come for me in the comments.
Not everybody gets to experience the privilege to vote.
I was born and raised in Pakistan. I actually lived under a military dictator. I really appreciate the right that I have as an American citizen to participate.
12 years ago, my whole family, we came as permanent residents, and for those 12 years, we couldn't vote.
I'm voting for the members of my family who are undocumented and who do not have the right to vote.
Both of my parents are Mexican immigrants. I really want to vote
vote for policies and laws that will help immigrants from all backgrounds.
As I saw my parents struggle in this outdated immigration reform, I wanted to make sure that I use my citizenship to the fullest extent.
I'm a first-generation immigrant from China, and my parents and I know the hard work it takes to come into a new country and do the whole immigration process. So illegal immigration is a very big issue for me.
As the daughter of refugees, I'm really lucky that I was able to be born here, but I have a lot of family who's still trying to come here and trying to get citizenship, and they simply can't.
The soul of America is kind of at stake here.
I'm pissed to see members of my family sink into the alt-right rabbit hole.
What happens in the Supreme Court is going to influence the next 20 years, maybe even longer.
The majority of the laws that are going to come about will affect my life and how I raise my children.
I'm a clinical social worker and I work with kids who've experienced trauma. And so when I vote, I'm voting for my kids.
Now is not the time for apathy.
You should go out and vote because mine and many other people's lives depend on it.
I am voting to save our future.
It's up to all of us, whether you vote in every single stupid election that ever comes by, or you vote in the most important one I've ever seen in my lifetime. I hope I never have to vote with anger again.